on trying. So we're going to take some. So we're going to go over a couple quick hints that really help with proof. So make sure you write down this information in your notebook. You don't have to draw that picture, obviously, but it's just a funny proof picture. All right, so you always want to mark up the diagram. And I mean, like, put tick marks on what's equal. And why is this so helpful? Well, let's look at that bottom example. If we were doing a proof and I was here, I'd be like, oh, I need one more thing. Vertical angles are equal. Boom. Why it's so helpful to have those tick marks is because now I have 3 things I know I'm done, and I have to figure out the postulate. So it is side, angle, side. If I didn't have those tick marks, I wouldn't know what postulate to use. So the tick marks are important because it helps you figure out the postulate. And remember, all those postulates, it's just how to prove triangles are congruent when we have 3 things: side, 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 angle, 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 side, or hypotenuse, leg. We'll talk about that one next week. So how you know you're done, or when you're done and you're proved that the triangles are equal, is when you have 3 sides or angles equal. Once you have 3, we could use one of these postulates so we know the triangles are congruent. So now we're going to do a full proof. And I know it's a proof because it says given proof. That's how you know it's going to be a proof. And that's how you know you need a statement and reason chart. All you got to write is S and R. And the first step is always just to write down the information you're given. So FC bisects angle BCD, and C is the midpoint of DB. So they usually give you 2 things, and that is the given. That's the reason. How do you know those things? They gave it to you. So let's start with the first given to do that second step. So what does this tell me? FC bisects angle BCD. So angle B to C to D. Okay, that's a straight line. So that's a 180-degree angle. And FC comes in and cuts it in half. So I know this angle is equal to this angle. You would also know they're 90 degrees because half of 180 is 90. You could put boxes in the corner, but it's not really necessary. But if you want to, sure, they are 90 degrees. So what we know is angle BCF is congruent to angle DCF. And because that's the definition, I look right up here. What vocab word did I use? Definition of an angle bisector. Because I was cutting an angle in half. See how there's an angle symbol there? So that's how you know it's an angle bisector. Because there's also segment bisectors when you cut a line in half. So now I got one thing congruent. Remember, I'm looking for 3 things congruent to prove the triangles are the same. Next, C is the midpoint of DB. So D to B, C's in the middle. Oh, that means these 2 sides are equal. BC is congruent to DC. And I'm using the definition of a, what's the vocab word up here? Midpoint. That's it. So now I have 3 things equal, or 2 things equal in these triangles. I got one side and one 90-degree angle. I need a third thing. So this is my second thing. But I'm out of givens. I used the first one. I did the second one. So I want to look at the diagram. What is the same in both these triangles? Triangle FBC and FDC. What else could I say is the same? So I'm looking for vertical angles like an X with two angles across from each other, or I'm looking for it to flip over a line and be the reflexive property. This one flips over FC, so that side is the same in both triangles because it's on top of each other. So FC is the same in the one triangle as FC in the other triangle. And that's called the reflexive property. So now I have three things equal. 1, 2, 3. You don't have to write the 1, 2, 3 down. I'm just showing you in the notes that I have three congruent signs. Once you have three, you are done. You proved triangle FBC is congruent to triangle FDC. And what is the postulate? So this is why the tick marks are so important. I got one blue side equal to the other blue side. The red angles are equal. And then that green side is equal. So the postulate is side angle side. That's it. One thing I quickly want to mention, because I kind of forgot to do it in the beginning. I was trying to prove these two triangles are congruent, and there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles in this picture. It's smart to highlight FBC. I was looking at this triangle, and FDC, this triangle. So it's smart to highlight the triangles you're looking at if there's more than one. I just didn't do it because I've done this problem a few times, so I kind of knew. But look at what triangles you're trying to show are equal. That also helps. So now that you just tried that you try problem, I'm going to show you the answer so you can check your work. The first thing is just write down the given. Easy. Second thing, I'm trying to prove WZV is congruent to YVZ. And there's only two triangles, so I'm obviously looking at those two triangles. Easy. So step 2. What could I say is equal? Let's look at that first given. V is the midpoint of WY. So I like to highlight what I'm looking at. If V is the middle of that line, those two halves are equal. WV is congruent to YV. And that is the definition of a midpoint. That's how I know. So I'm just using that vocab word. This one always throws people off, the next step. And it throws people off because they just tell you straight up W to Z is equal to YZ. They just tell you those two sides are equal. So you actually don't have to write it down because they already gave you it right here. It's given to you. So I don't have to write that step down. If they just give you something's equal, it's equal, you're good. So I'm not going to do blue. So right now I have two things equal. I had that first given and that midpoint one. I figured out two things that are equal. Just make sure you mark up the blue ones on your diagram because we need that for the postulate at the end. So I'm out of givens. So step 3, I'm out of givens. So I look for vertical angles or the reflexive property. This one is a reflexive property. It's flipping over that line. So that side is the same in both triangles. V to Z is the same in one triangle as Z to V in the other triangle. It's the same line. And that's the reflexive property. Finally, I see I have 3 congruent signs. And I look at my diagram, I got 3 things equal. So I'm done. Triangle WVZ, congruent, triangle YVZ. And then how do I know? What postulate is this? This is the easiest one. I have one side equal, 2 sides equal, 3 sides equal. This is side, side, side. The best one.